The second season of Primal's The Primal Theory episode significantly deviated from the show's formula, which gave rise to the theory that the episode actually took place in a post-apocalyptic future. Genndy Tartakovsky, the creator of Primal, began his career working on animated series like Batman the Animated Series before moving on to create his own classics like Dexter's Laboratory and Samurai Jack, none of which will receive a sixth season. It's difficult to match Tartakovsky's flair for visual narrative and producing outstanding action scenes. The fact that he can produce family-friendly films like Hotel Transylvania or intensely violent series like Primal speaks to his versatility. The latter series, which premiered on Adult Swim in 2019, is set in a fictional world where a caveman named Spear befriends a female T-Rex named Fang after losing his family to a dinosaur attack. The odd allies aid one another in surviving the harsh world of Primal, which is home to terrifying creatures like huge spiders, snakes, sharks, and other bizarre beasts in addition to more conventional dangers like a coven of witches. Primal's first season, which featured practically little dialogue and gorgeous graphics, played like pulp fantasy at its best. It is simple to ignore the reality that the Adult Swim, the network that produces the Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode program, portrays a world in which Neanderthals, Vikings, and dinosaurs all coexist. However, the second season episode of Basic, The Primal Theory, which is set in 1890s England and explores the idea that under the appropriate conditions, people can revert to more primal instincts, has called this into doubt. The episode The Primal Theory deviates from the primal formula in a number of respects, notably the absence of Spear and Fang and the use of the English language for the first time. The main characters of the episode are a group of gentlemanly English men who have convened at a historical society. One of them, Charles, who is voiced by Jacob Dudman from Fate. The Winx Saga Season 1 professes the belief that under the right circumstances, even the most civilized and educated man will revert to their most primal inclinations. Of course, his primal hypothesis is openly condemned as ludicrous by the other participants, including the host Lord Darlington. However, when they are attacked by a vicious, seemingly unkillable madman, this premise is put to the ultimate test, and as the other scientists are killed one by one, only Lord Darlington and Charles are left. The latter is outright offended by Charles's assertion. Despite using more sophisticated weaponry like pistols and swords against his barely human opponent, Darlington, a former boxing champion, eventually kills the man with a sharp stick. The main interpretation of the Primal Theory is that Primal is set in the future, but that doesn't imply it's the only one. Really, the episode might just be a standalone story set in the show's universe with no additional plot links. Even if Lord Darlington is a direct descendant of Spear, it is only a hunch based on some of his more ape-like poses in the final battle. The fact that Spear, Fang, and their new friend Mira, who is voiced by Letitia Ito from the frequently renewed Strike Back Always, have to fight to survive, despite preferring to live in peace underscores some of the themes of Primal in this episode. One instance of them being pushed over their breaking point during what was supposed to be a rescue mission is the massacre they carry out against a Viking town in Season 2's The Red Mist. Another theory is that the Primal Theory is a test run for Tartakovsky's strategy to turn Primal into more of a brand, as he told IndieWire. This would enable him to adapt the show's aesthetic to other circumstances, such as World War II or an alien invasion. The third theory under discussion is that Spear and Fang's tale may also take place in 1890. In the Primal Theory's historical society, a mounted saber-toothed tiger's body is on display. This animal doesn't appear to be an old fossil. By creating its own version of a lost world where extinct species and various periods of human civilization coexist, Primal could really delve into its pulp roots. Not all of the planet would be completely mapped out if the series' setting takes place in 1890. Primal's main plot may take place on a remote island, similar to King Kong's Skull Island or the Hollow Earth from the Monsterverse.